If you're over 40 and think your most attractive years are behind you, you couldn't be more wrong. In fact, the qualities women value most don't fade with age, they get stronger. Maybe you've been told youth is everything, or maybe you've convinced yourself you can't compete with younger men. But the truth is, women notice things about men over 40 that younger guys simply can't offer: confidence, stability, purpose, and presence. Today, I'll show you the 10 qualities women love most in men over 40, and the best part? You don't need to buy anything or fake anything. These are qualities you can develop naturally, and once you do, you'll realize maturity isn't a disadvantage, it's your biggest edge. Because here's the reality: the right woman isn't chasing a boy, she's looking for a man who knows exactly who he is. Quality number 1: genuine confidence. Let's start with the most important and most misunderstood quality: authentic confidence that comes from experience, not bravado. The experience-based confidence. The confidence that comes with being over 40 is fundamentally different from the confidence of youth. It's not based on potential or what you think you can do. It's based on what you've already accomplished, the challenges you've overcome, and the wisdom you've gained from both successes and failures. This type of confidence is incredibly attractive because it's real. You're not trying to prove yourself anymore. You've already done that. You're not desperate for validation because you've learned your worth through experience. This creates a calm, steady presence that women find incredibly appealing. I had a client who was 45 and convinced he couldn't compete with younger men, but when he stopped trying to act younger and started owning his experience, talking about his career achievements, his perspective on life, his to handle challenges, women responded completely differently. His confidence wasn't loud or showy, it was quiet and sure. The comfort in your own skin factor. By 40, most men have figured out who they are and what they stand for. This self-knowledge creates a type of confidence that's impossible to fake and incredibly attractive. You're not constantly second-guessing yourself or looking for approval from others. This shows up in how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you make decisions, and how you interact with others. There's a steadiness to mature confidence that suggests reliability and emotional stability, qualities that become more valuable with age, not less. The no-games approach. Mature confidence means you don't have time or patience for games, manipulation, or pretense. You say what you mean what you say, and you're direct about your intentions. This honesty and straightforwardness is refreshing and attractive to women who are tired of dealing with uncertainty and mixed signals. This doesn't mean being blunt or insensitive. It means being honest and authentic in your communications and interactions. Women appreciate knowing where they stand with you and what your intentions are, what genuine confidence looks like. Real confidence at 40 is quiet, steady, and unshakable. It doesn't need to announce itself loudly or constantly seek validation. It shows up in your posture, your eye contact, your willingness to take up space, and your ability to remain calm under pressure. You make decisions based on your values and experience rather than what others might think. You're comfortable with who you are, including your flaws and limitations. You don't pretend to be perfect, but you're confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. But confidence alone isn't enough if you don't have this next quality. Quality number 2: emotional maturity and stability. This is where men over 40 have a massive advantage that they often don't recognize or leverage properly: the drama-free zone. By 40, most men have learned that life is too short for unnecessary drama, emotional chaos, and immature behavior. You've developed the emotional regulation skills that come with experience, and you're not interested in creating or participating in emotional turbulence. This emotional stability is incredibly attractive to women, especially those who have dealt with emotionally immature men in the past. You represent peace, reliability, and the kind of emotional safety that allows relationships to thrive rather than just survive. The perspective advantage. Your life experience has taught you what's actually worth getting upset about and what isn't. You don't sweat the small stuff because you've learned to distinguish between minor inconveniences and real problems. This perspective creates a calming influence that women find very appealing. When challenges arise, you approach them with problem-solving skills rather than emotional reactions. You've learned that most problems have solutions, and the ones that don't have solutions require acceptance rather than endless stress and worry. The communication skills. Emotional maturity means you've learned how to communicate effectively about feelings, needs, and concerns without resorting to blame, manipulation, or emotional outbursts. You can have difficult conversations with calmness and clarity. You're comfortable with your own emotions and don't feel threatened by a woman's emotional expression. You can provide support and understanding without trying to fix everything or taking things personally. The relationship understanding. By 40, you understand that healthy relationships require effort, compromise, and mutual respect. You're not looking for someone to complete complete you. You're looking for someone to share your already complete life with. This mature approach to relationships is attractive because it promises partnership rather than neediness, growth rather than drama, and stability rather than constant uncertainty. The conflict resolution skills. You've learned that conflict is normal in relationships and that the goal isn't to avoid it, but to handle it constructively. You can disagree without being disagreeable, and you understand that relationships grow stronger through working through challenges together. This means you're not walking on eggshells or creating drama where none needs to exist. You approach relationship challenges as problems to be solved together rather than battles to be won. But emotional maturity needs to be paired with this next crucial quality. Quality number 3, life, purpose, and direction. This is something that often comes with age and experience, and it's incredibly attractive to women who are looking for a man with substance and direction. The career accomplishment factor. By 40, most men have established themselves professionally and have something to show for their years of work. You're not still figuring out what you want to be when you grow up. You've grown up and you've built something meaningful. This doesn't mean you have to be wealthy or famous, but it does mean you have expertise, experience, and professional accomplishments that demonstrate your ability to commit to something and succeed at it over time. The clear value system. Experience has taught you what matters to you and what doesn't. You've developed a clear set of values and principles that guide your decisions and behavior. This moral clarity is attractive because it suggests reliability and integrity. You know what you stand for and what you won't stand for. You've learned to say no to things that don't align with your values, and you're comfortable with the consequences of living according to your principles. The long-term thinking. At 40, you're thinking about legacy, impact, and what you want the next phase of your life to look like. This long-term perspective is attractive because it suggests stability and the ability to plan and commit to meaningful goals. You're not just living day to day anymore. You're building something lasting, whether that's in your career, your relationships, your health, or your contribution to your community. The passion and interests. You've had time to develop real interests, hobbies, and passions that go beyond work. You have things you're genuinely excited about and knowledgeable about, which makes you more interesting and engaging as a person. These interests and passions give you depth and make you more attractive because you're not dependent on a relationship for all of your fulfillment and entertainment. You bring your own sources of joy and enthusiasm to the relationship. The financial stability. While money isn't everything, financial stability and responsibility are attractive qualities that often come with maturity. You've learned to manage money, plan for the future, and make responsible financial decisions. This doesn't mean you have to be rich, but it does mean you're not a financial disaster waiting to happen. You can take care of yourself and potentially contribute to a partnership in meaningful ways. This sense of purpose needs to be supported by this next essential quality. Quality number 4, sophisticated style and presentation. This is where many men over 40 either completely give up or try too hard to look younger, missing the opportunity to leverage mature style as a powerful attraction tool. The quality over quantity approach. By 40, you should have learned that it's better to own fewer, higher quality pieces than a closet full of cheap clothes that don't fit properly or look good. You understand that how you present yourself communicates your values and self-respect. Well-fitted, quality clothing appropriate for your age and lifestyle is incredibly attractive because it shows that you take care of yourself and understand the importance of presentation without being vain or high maintenance. The age-appropriate sophistication. Mature style doesn't mean boring or conservative. It means sophisticated and intentional. You're not trying to dress like a 25-year-old, but you're also not giving up on looking attractive and current. You understand classic styles that flatter your body type and age, and you incorporate them in ways that look polished and put together without looking like you're trying too hard or stuck in the past. The grooming excellence. Proper grooming becomes more important with age, not less. Well-maintained hair, clean nails, good hygiene, and attention to details like cologne and skincare show that you respect yourself and others. This doesn't mean becoming high maintenance, but it does mean being consistent and thoughtful about your appearance and understanding that good grooming is part of showing respect for yourself and the people around you. The confident presentation. The way you carry yourself, make eye contact, and occupy space communicates confidence and self-respect. Good posture, steady eye contact, and comfortable body language are incredibly attractive and become more important with age. You're not slouching or trying to make yourself invisible. You're standing up straight and taking up appropriate space with confidence and dignity. The authentic style development. By 40, you should have developed your own sense of style that reflects your personality, lifestyle, style, and values. You're not following every trend, but you're also not completely ignoring fashion and current standards. Your style should feel authentic to who you are while still being attractive and appropriate for the situations you find yourself in regularly. But style needs to be backed up by this next fundamental quality. Quality number 5, intellectual depth and curiosity. This is where life experience and continued learning create an incredibly attractive combination that younger men simply can't match. The knowledge and experience base. By 40, you've accumulated a wealth of knowledge, experiences, and stories that make you more interesting and engaging in conversation. You have perspectives on life, work, relationships, and the world that come from actually living and learning. This doesn't mean being a know-it-all or constantly lecturing. It means having depth and substance that makes conversations with you more rewarding and stimulating than conversations with men who haven't lived as much or learned as much. The continued learning mindset. Attractive, mature men don't think they know everything. They're curious about the world and continue learning and growing. You read, you ask questions, you're interested in new ideas and experiences. This intellectual curiosity keeps you interesting and prevents you from becoming stagnant or boring. You're engaged with the world around you and continue to develop new interests and insights. The cultural sophistication. You've had time to develop appreciation for art, music, literature, food, travel, and other cultural experiences. This sophistication makes you more interesting as a companion and suggests depth and refinement. You can hold intelligent conversations about a wide range of topics, and you have opinions and insights that are informed by experience and reflection rather than just superficial knowledge. The wisdom and perspective. Life experience has given you wisdom and perspective that younger men lack. You can offer insights, advice, and support that comes from having actually dealt with challenges and learned from both successes and failures. This wisdom is attractive because it suggests emotional and intellectual maturity that can contribute meaningfully to a relationship and to solving problems that arise in life. The mentoring ability. Your knowledge and experience make you naturally attractive to women who are looking for someone they can learn from and grow with. You can teach, guide, and support in ways that feel nurturing rather than condescending. This ability to be a positive influence in someone else's life is incredibly attractive and creates opportunities for deep, meaningful connections. This intellectual depth becomes even more powerful when combined with this next quality. Quality number 6, genuine kindness and thoughtfulness. This is where maturity really shines, in the ability to be genuinely kind, thoughtful, and considerate without expecting anything in return. The effortless consideration. By 40, acts of kindness and consideration should feel natural and automatic rather than calculated or performed for effect. You hold doors, offer assistance, remember important details about people's lives, and generally make the people around you feel valued and cared for. This kind of thoughtfulness is incredibly attractive because it demonstrates character and the ability to think about others' needs and feelings without being asked or expecting recognition. The emotional intelligence. You've learned to read social situations, understand emotional cues, and respond appropriately to other people's needs and feelings. You can provide comfort when someone is upset, celebration when they're happy, and support when they're facing challenges. This emotional intelligence makes you a better partner, friend, and companion because you can connect with people on an emotional level and provide the kind of support that actually helps. The generosity of spirit. Mature kindness isn't just about being polite. It's about having a generous spirit that wants to contribute positively to other people's lives. You give your time, attention, and energy generously because you understand that relationships are built on mutual care and support. This generosity extends beyond romantic relationships to friendships, family relationships, and even interactions with strangers. You've learned that being kind and generous makes life better for everyone, including yourself. The protective instinct. There's something attractive about a man who has the strength and confidence to be protective without being possessive or controlling. You can make a woman feel safe and secure without making her feel trapped or diminished. This protective quality comes from strength and confidence rather than insecurity or the need to control, and it's expressed through actions rather than words or threats. The service orientation. Mature men understand that relationships work best when both people are focused on serving each other's needs and supporting each other's goals. You're not just focused on what you can get from a relationship, you're focused on what you can contribute to it. This service orientation makes you incredibly attractive because it promises partnership and mutual support rather than self-centered focus on your own needs and desires. But kindness needs to be balanced with this next essential quality. Quality number 7, independence independence, and self-sufficiency. This is where men over 40 have a huge advantage. You've learned to take care of yourself and create a life that's fulfilling even when you're not in a relationship. The complete life factor. By 40, you should have built a life that's interesting, fulfilling, and complete on its own. You have friendships, interests, goals, and activities that bring you joy and satisfaction independent of romantic relationships. This completeness is attractive because it means you're choosing to be in a relationship because you want to share your life with someone, not because you need someone to complete you or fix your problems. The practical skills. You can cook for yourself, manage your household, handle your finances, and take care of your physical and emotional needs without depending on someone else to do these things for you. These practical life skills are attractive because they demonstrate competence and the ability to be a true partner rather than someone who needs to be taken care of. The emotional independence. You don't need a relationship for your emotional well-being or self-esteem. You're happy with yourself and your life, and you're looking for someone to enhance that happiness rather than create it for you. This emotional independence is incredibly attractive because it means you can be a source of strength and stability in a relationship rather than a drain on your partner's emotional energy. The social confidence. You're comfortable in social situations, have your own friends and social connections, and don't depend on a romantic partner for all of your social needs and interactions. This social confidence makes you more attractive as a partner because it suggests you can contribute to shared social experiences and don't need your partner to be responsible for your social life. The decision-making ability. You can make decisions independently and take responsibility for the consequences of those decisions. You don't need constant validation or approval from others to feel confident in your choices. This decision-making ability is attractive because it suggests leadership qualities and the kind of strength that can contribute to a partnership rather than burden it. Independence becomes even more powerful when supported by this next quality. Quality number 8, physical confidence and health consciousness. This isn't about having a perfect body. It's about taking care of the body you have and carrying yourself with physical confidence. The health investment mindset. By 40, you understand that your health is your most valuable asset, and you've developed habits and routines that support your physical well-being. You exercise regularly, eat reasonably well, and take care of your body because you understand its importance. This health consciousness is attractive because it suggests self-respect, discipline, and the wisdom to invest in your long-term well-being rather than just living for immediate gratification. The age-appropriate fitness. You don't need to look like a 25-year-old bodybuilder, but you should be in reasonable shape for your age and lifestyle. This means being strong enough to handle physical challenges, having good posture and energy, and generally appearing vital and healthy. Physical fitness at 40 is about functionality and health rather than just appearance, but the confidence that comes from being in good shape is incredibly attractive. The comfortable masculinity. You're comfortable with your masculine energy and physical presence. You move with confidence, take up appropriate space, and generally carry yourself in ways that communicate strength and self-assurance. This comfortable masculinity is attractive because it creates a sense of security and protection without being aggressive or threatening. The style and grooming integration. Your approach to physical fitness integrates well with your style and grooming choices. Your clothes fit your actual body well. Your grooming choices complement your lifestyle, and your overall presentation is consistent and intentional. You understand that physical attractiveness at 40 is about the total package rather than just individual elements, and you work to create a cohesive presentation that enhances your natural assets. The energy and vitality. Regular physical activity and health consciousness create energy and vitality that's incredibly attractive. You have the stamina to keep up with an active lifestyle and the energy to be engaged and present in your relationships and activities. This vitality suggests that you're going to be an active, engaged partner who can participate fully in shared experiences and adventures. But physical confidence needs to be supported by this next psychological quality. Quality number 9, authentic humor and playfulness. This is where many men over 40 make the mistake of becoming too serious or trying too hard to be funny, missing the sweet spot of authentic humor that comes with experience and confidence. The self-deprecating humor, the ability to laugh at yourself and not take yourself too seriously, is incredibly attractive and often comes with maturity and confidence. You can acknowledge your flaws and mistakes with humor rather than defensiveness or embarrassment. This self-deprecating humor suggests emotional intelligence and the kind of perspective that makes you easy to be around and fun to spend time with. The storytelling ability. Your life experience has given you a collection of interesting stories, funny anecdotes, and entertaining experiences that you can share in ways that bring joy and laughter to social situations. Good storytelling is a skill that improves with practice and experience, and it's incredibly attractive because it makes you entertaining company and suggests intelligence and communication skills. The playful spirit. Despite the responsibilities and challenges that come with being over 40, you've maintained a sense of playfulness and fun that makes you enjoyable to be around. You can be spontaneous, silly, and lighthearted when the situation calls for it. This playfulness suggests that you haven't become bitter or overly serious about life, and that you can still find joy and humor in everyday experiences. The timing and wit. Experience has taught you comedic timing and the ability to read situations and know when humor is appropriate and when it isn't. Your wit is sharp but not cruel, and your humor brings people together rather than putting them down. This social intelligence around humor is incredibly attractive because it makes you fun to be around and suggests emotional intelligence and social skills. The positive energy. Your humor and playfulness contribute to a generally positive energy that makes people feel good when they're around you. You're the kind of person who makes social situations more fun and enjoyable for everyone involved. This positive energy is incredibly attractive because it suggests that life with you would be enjoyable and filled with laughter and good times. Humor becomes even more powerful when combined with this final quality. Quality number 10, relationship readiness and commitment ability. This is the quality that often separates men over 40 from younger men. The genuine readiness and ability to commit to a meaningful relationship. The know what you want clarity. By 40, you should know what you're looking for in a relationship and what you have to offer. You're not still figuring out whether you want to be in a relationship or what kind of relationship you want. You have clarity about your goals and intentions. This clarity is incredibly attractive to women who are also looking for serious relationships and don't want to waste time with men who are unsure about what they want. The commitment readiness. You're at a stage in life where you're ready to prioritize a relationship and make the compromises and investments that successful long-term relationships require. You understand that good relationships take work and you're willing to do that work. This readiness to commit is attractive because it promises stability and the potential for a future together rather than just casual dating or temporary companionship. The relationship skills. Experience has taught you what makes relationships work and what doesn't. You've learned from past mistakes, developed better communication skills, and understand the importance of mutual respect, compromise, and shared goals. These relationship skills make you a better partner and suggest that a relationship with you has a good chance of being successful and fulfilling for both people involved. The integration ability. You're ready to integrate someone else into your established life in meaningful ways, while also being willing to make space for shared experiences and goals. You understand how to balance independence with partnership. This ability to integrate a partner into your life while maintaining your own identity is crucial for successful relationships and becomes more important with age and established lifestyles. The long-term vision. You're thinking about the future and what you want your life to look like in the years ahead. You're ready to plan and build something lasting with the right person, rather than just enjoying temporary companionship. This long-term vision is attractive because it suggests that you're serious about creating a meaningful future together and not just looking for short-term entertainment. Conclusion. Your attractive advantage. Look, I want to be completely clear about something. Being over 40 isn't a disadvantage in attracting women. It's actually a huge advantage if you understand how to leverage the qualities that come with maturity and experience. The compound effect of maturity. All of these qualities work together to create a level of attractiveness that younger men simply cannot achieve. Your confidence, emotional maturity, life purpose, style, intelligence, kindness, independence, physical presence, humor, and relationship readiness combine to create a complete package that's incredibly appealing to the right women. The key is understanding that you're not competing with younger men on their terms. You're offering something completely different and often more valuable. The right woman factor. The women who are attracted to these mature qualities are typically women worth being with. Women who value substance over superficiality, character over youth, and stability over drama. These are the women who make the best long-term partners. You're not trying to attract every woman. You're trying to attract the right woman, and these qualities will help you do exactly that. The action step. Look at this list and honestly assess which of these qualities you're already demonstrating well and which ones need development. Pick one or two areas to focus on improving and work on developing them authentically rather than trying to fake them. Remember, these qualities are attractive because they're genuine expressions of who you are and what you've learned through experience. You can't fake maturity, but you can embrace it and leverage it as the powerful advantage it actually is. If you found this helpful and want more insights on being your most attractive self as a mature man, subscribe for day content that actually works for men who understand that age can be an advantage. And let me know in the comments, which of these qualities do you feel strongest in, and which one are you going to work on developing? Your self-awareness about these areas is already attractive in itself. Until next time, remember, the right woman isn't looking for a boy pretending to be a man. She's looking for a man who knows exactly who he is and what he brings to the table. That's you.